Hi, it's Dr. Royce with Mystical Professor on this fine Tuesday. I didn't really plan on coming on here tonight, but I felt the calling on my heart to come on here and talk to you about the power of persistence. Lately I keep forgetting to take my earbuds out. Anyhow, the power of persistence. What is persistence? Persistence is basically defined in continuing with, something no matter what you see. Even when you have opposition or resistance, you continue with that which you're trying to achieve. So that can mean a lot of different things, but for us as deliberate conscious manifestors, I'm referring to our prayers, our desires. Even Winston Churchill said, "It was wished until it were." That which was wished until it were. So in other words, the wish was continued on until it was reflected in this three-dimensional world that we live in. So you are the operant power. You are the creator. I tell you this all the time, not to be funny, but to be honest. Neville said it, science has proven it, and even Joseph Murphy insisted on it, as well as Joe Dispenza. So, those are some, serious wrecking forces to believe in, and I'm in alignment with all of them. That being said, you are to persist, because here's the other component. Besides Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, myself, Dispenza, science, the Bible. All through the Bible, it tells us that if we persist, and you'll see the scriptures below, you will be rewarded openly. Okay, not only that, you're told in the Bible that do not worry, and to cast out those problems into the sea or to give them over to God. He doesn't want you to be anxious or worry. Okay? He'll take care of it for you. He will fight the battle for you. Like I've told you, contention equals attention minus effort. Oh, we're having lightning. So if it rains, that's perfect. We need some rain here. So all we have to do is persist in our assumption. Persist in our prayer, because we're told to pray unceasingly. That means we are never to give in. We're to continue with our prayers, and it will be reflected. That would, wherever the sole of the foot shall tread, that I have given unto you. So you don't have to do a thing except assume it, believe it, feel it is real, because the feeling's a secret. There's a lot of debate on what feeling is meant by Neville. Okay, well, if you go look at, that's another person, Abdullah. If you go look at Abdullah's teachings, he told you to feel it is real. Feel it to be real. That's the key. So, God says in the Bible, our Bible says that all things are possible to God. And then in another part of the gospel, it says, all things are possible to those who believe. Okay? So you have a hard time believing it, then, at least claim that what you want, all right? And you can be in a state of peace, love, thanksgiving, harmony, because, and claim that you're abundant. It's going to manifest, it's going to materialize. It has no choice, because persisting is the key. As we were told in lecture upon lecture upon lecture by Neville Goddard, assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Okay? The faster that you decide that you have it and ignore what you're seeing, like I said, be courageous. Ignore your senses, deny your senses. If you have to revise it, do it. I revise. And another thing is, like I've told you, is to breathe. Breathe 3 times a day, because science has shown through extremely expensive technological scans of the brain, while participants who had life-threatening diseases. Disease is nothing more than dis-ease. caused by the mind. Okay, science has proven it. Dr. Murphy stated it over and over again. You decide that no, I'm not going to do this anymore. Okay? You persist in that assumption. This is how it's going to be. Law of reversibility. Flip it around. Be in a state of gratitude, love. You know how to love. If you don't know how to love, well, I'm sorry. But you know what love is. I'm not talking about lust. Your core being is love. Tell yourself that you love yourself every day. A few minutes a day. Sorry, the wind is picking up. We have a storm off in the back distance. There's lightning bolts, so I'm not letting it stop me because, like I said, I came out here to tell you that it's crucial, and there is power in persisting in your assumption. Because you keep persisting, it's going to manifest. All right? No matter what, whether you're visualizing, just assuming, affirming, scripting, doing a breathing technique, singing it. You can do all kinds of techniques. I've shared so many techniques. I remember when. I knew them when they were poor, meaning they're rich. I knew her when she hadn't a penny. Now look at her. She's a wealthy philanthropist, giving to people and helping people around the world. Or he. You get my point. There's so many techniques to help you achieve your desires. I don't want you to have to go out there and test them. Trust me, I would never lie to you. This is the fastest way. Embrace, embody the feeling, the mood. Catch the mood. What would you be thinking, feeling? What would you be doing if you had the money, the relationship? Be thinking that in here. Spend time meditating, at least if possible 3 times a day, but if you can only do it in the morning and at night, that's great, because that is the time when your subconscious is the most vulnerable. Sit with yourself in silence and meditate, meaning close your eyes, take some deep breaths, inhale, make sure your abdomen goes out. As you exhale, it goes in. Focus on the heart. Okay? Breathing helps, because what I was trying to tell you is that when you breathe like that, you're putting yourself into theta. You're activating your theta waves, which stimulates your prefrontal cortex as well as the pineal gland. Okay? And you're making your subconscious vulnerable for impression, so that whatever it is that you're imagining or you're assuming or desiring is reflected out here. Okay? So there's power in persisting. Persistence got the snail to the ark, and I'm sorry, it wasn't literal. Okay? It's trying to tell you that persistence will get you where you want to go. All right? Don't waver. Try not to, but you can tell yourself, I still get what I want quickly and instantly, quickly, easily, and effortlessly, even if I do waver. Even if I look for it. Even if doubt sets in. If you feel doubt coming on, all you have to do is persist. Oh no, it's this way. Persistence is the key, and you are going to reap the rewards of your persistence. Like I say, prove me wrong. You can't, because I'm right. I have my own experiences. I have so many. So many. Just like the child in the house that was diagnosed with a debilitating type of pneumonia. And, they kept calling me when I was far away from here, calling me 3,000 miles away. No, it's this way. I got a phone, and no, I corrected that right in my mind. No, it's this way. It's this way. You can do the same thing for anything. It is all the same. If you want a relationship, if you want a job, if you want a car, if you want a new home, if you want whatever it is, if there's so much that you want, blanket affirmations. Isn't it amazing? You can just walk around saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you in your mind. And breathe, because you're going to manifest even faster when you're breathing. All right, most people are breathing shallowly. That's why I'm bringing up breath work. And that's survival mode. But if you breathe deeply, you're going to manifest faster. Okay? Be happy. Smile. All right, smile. It's going to put your body in a state of contentment. I know this from my own experience as well as from science. Okay? Staying in a state of contentment produces positive effects. Okay? You got this. All right, if you have any subliminal requests, fire away. If you have any content requests, please ask. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, there is power in persisting in your desire. Just stay there, focused, feel it to be real, and have faith. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And trust me, if you persevere, you will be rewarded openly for it. I found out today somebody that peer assisted, because she did that, she got what she was manifesting 10,000, she got 15,000. You will benefit. You can't go wrong. You will reap the harvest. You reap what you sow, and God will reward you, or universe, whichever you believe. Okay? And He'll fight it for you. He'll direct you through inspired action. You don't know what that is. I've got a video on it explaining. Basically, you're moving about your day naturally. You're just doing what you know, your routine, going to work, whatever. If you have to think about what you're doing, then that's not inspired action, that's forced action. Because you're going to move under compulsion. Like me coming over here, cooking dinner, or going to the store to get groceries, and boom, you know, or I'm, you know, doing some work and someone calls me, boom. You don't know how it's going to happen. We don't know. But if you persist in your assumption, your affirmations, your desire, your decision on what you want, it's going to manifest. Okay? All right. I love you, and I appreciate you all. We're growing, and Pierre and I are going to form a group to help people, you know, manifest even faster, because there's no resistance at all. You don't have to worry about self-concept when you manifest for another. Okay? So it's coming. Stay tuned. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. This is Dr. Shroyce with Mystical Professor.